Hello everyone, welcome to the Valley News Now desk. Duke Schindler joining you here on this later in the afternoon kind of road conditions update for your drive home tonight. And it's going to be kind of a quick round here, so if you have any comments on places where you want checked out here for road conditions, feel free to let me know. I'm a bit of a time crunch here, so I'll kind of run through this pretty quickly for you guys here. We'll start with the current conditions right now. Move on over here. We're sitting at 13 degrees in Fargo with winds at 15 miles an hour. I'm gonna refresh just in case. All right, feels like -3 out there now at the sunset, coming around pretty much 4:30 here just after. As for the precipitation and snow we may or may not be seeing coming up here, looks like we're in the clear for at least until 2 a.m., so the next 12 hours or so. But as we continue to move a little bit further down, that chance of snow does increase, and we'll go over that in just a second here. But we do want to alert you that there's going to be some cold temperatures coming up. So as we move over to the 10-day here, you see Wednesday right now, high of 16. Thursday looking about the same, but then it's that Friday, Saturday where we really see things take a dip. So make sure you're starting your cars early. Make sure that battery still works come Friday. -2 for a high, -19 for a low, and humidity in the area. Now as for winds, you're going to expect to see some pretty nasty winds and gusts here. Looks like northwest winds of 15 to 25 are possible, with even higher wind gusts possible. That is going to be for Friday. Heading into Friday night, that's -19. That is not a friendly temperature. Even less friendly is that -22 coming up on Saturday. That's going to be closer to nighttime. Winds taper off just a little bit. They're coming northwest 10 to 15 miles an hour. Don't see if there's going to be any gusts there, but it's Fargo. We're crazy here. We're braving the weather, so I'm sure everyone out there is expecting to see a few gusts. Now moving into a little bit of next week, I just want to highlight that 30 and 26 come Tuesday and Wednesday. I think we deserved that one there, to say the least, amidst everything we've seen here the last couple weeks in this kind of winter season as a whole. Really ramped up in December too. It was pretty tame, seeing those above average temperatures in November, but as soon as we got to December and that Christmas season, it's definitely taken a turn. All right, so we'll pull up the future weather radar here and zoom out a little bit so you can see what is potentially coming here come Friday, Saturday, somewhere around that time, or even Thursday night. You know, disclaimer, I am not a meteorologist as well. I'm just kind of guiding you guys through the general basics of what's going to be coming our way. So this is right now, as I pull the radar back, about 2:56. Is the time right now. So as we start moving along, you see that system make its way closer to Bismarck and kind of, this thing can scroll, there we go. It's going to move into Bismarck at about 8:39, right around that time, and it's going to be coming our way as well. So making sure you plan for that if you're planning on heading out or going anywhere as well. Got about 4 minutes here, so let's quick look at our sky cams before our TMPs take a peek here. Got a little snowplow moving their way downtown. Walking fast. We'll move over to Dakota Magic, where it's always a good look here. Winds were blowing before if you joined us earlier, and we'll see if this camera pops back up. Taking a little longer here. We have just about 3 minutes left, so we'll keep moving on. Taking a look at the road maps here and what to expect here come tonight on your drive home. So, zooming out of the map, here is I'll move this window just a little bit over so you guys can see the indicators here. A lot of the state is in the green now. That's obviously going to be the good conditioned roads, or at least good for the season. Moving along there, but still on the east side of North Dakota, still plenty of roads that are seeing ice, compacted snow, as well as snow-covered roads here as well. So we took a kind of a peek around the whole area here. But let's take a look at some of these pictures near Jamestown. That's on I-94 as well. Looking pretty clear at this time. Maybe a little bit of ice, black ice sitting on that highway here. But like I mentioned before on this last stream, nothing you really wouldn't expect after a major snowstorm moves through the area. A little closer to Fargo Valley City, a lot of the same. And we obviously know those snow plows will be getting out to the major roads first. So moving back closer to Fargo, near West Fargo, just a little bit outside. Nothing too crazy there. Plows doing their jobs per usual. And a little bit of a change here near Fargo, as if you remember last stream, a lot of this was still snow, ice covered, ice compacted, a lot of purple and yellow around these areas. That's changing over to green now, so expect a pretty decent drive home if you're not going too far out of the city. Not too bad. Let's just take a look at some of these pictures here. Love to see that sun hopefully melting some of that ice, some of that snow. A little closer to, yes. 9th Street exit. Looking a lot of the same here. This is just about 2:14 is when these were snapped. Little bit of coverage there, and as maybe some of this sun melts the snow and ice, watch out for hydroplaning, as well as the slush can make that kind of tricky to drive around. Heading a little north, a lot of the same. Some ice-covered, snow-covered roads here still, but nothing out of the ordinary. We'll move a little closer to Grand Forks here, as that is what took the brunt of this storm. This picture is from about 2:49, just about 10 minutes ago. A lot of the same. Those bridges get a little slick here, as you can see kind of on this left side of the screen, but not bad, not bad. Good to see Grand Forks getting cleaned up there as well. Back a little closer in town, right outside town. Yeah, road conditions not too shabby right now if you're planning on making a trip here tonight. Now, I would like to take a look at some of these roads that aren't major highways. This is going to be on North Dakota 38. Yep. Got a lot more snow coverage here. Yeah. That could be a slippery road, so watch out near 38th if you're traveling near there. A little closer to, let's get the real nitty-gritty, the Binford area near North Dakota Highway 1. Yeah, so once you get kind of outside the area here and a little bit into the Goonies, yeah, you see, right there at the intersection, that's going to have your tires spinning a little bit if you don't have those winter tires on right now. I wouldn't say it's too much out of the ordinary for, a road like that. What are we looking at? Was that Highway 1? Let's get a little closer to Devil's Lake here. Check out the scenes. US Highway 2. Yeah, some snow coverage on that left lane, but you still got plenty of room to maneuver on the right side. So yeah, once you get really past 94, 29 and get onto these smaller highways, smaller roads, that's where conditions are still a little bit ramped up there. But nothing very concerning to the naked eye as far as I can tell. No pun intended, by the way. Yeah, I would just say keep watching out for the black ice especially. We did see pictures with sunshine today that could have melted the roads, especially once it gets to these nighttime hours. That moisture could freeze, making it a little more slippery, so always be wary of that. We'll do a quick check of Minnesota here, and then I'll let you guys go. Give it a nice little refresh and taking a peek at the area. All right, a little closer to Moorhead. Let's go. Snapshot here on 34th Street at the intersection. Some snow coverage there. This doesn't look like they have a picture here. Can we get a little video? Okay. Not bad. We'll see if this truck here spins his tires a little bit. spins the tires. Looks like everyone's going at a really, maybe not a really slow pace, but enough to know that conditions aren't exactly perfect out there. We get a little speed up here. Yeah, a lot of the, once you get to these intersections too, they still may have a little bit of snow ice coverage. But it looks like everyone's kind of taking their time here, which is what you probably should be doing amid a large system just move through the area. Not too bad, not too bad. We'll see kind of how this car approaches here. Okay. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Let's go down 94 just a little bit. Take a peek at some snowplow cameras. A little bit of sunshine out there. 2:56 is when this was snapped, so just a few minutes ago. Little bit of snow coverage here still, but pretty clear. Pretty clear on that highway, 94. Getting a little further down. Yep. And it's going to be a lot of the same of what we see there on 94. Those plows are out working hard, so we'll go a little south here on 75, north of Wolverton. Take a peek at some of these snowplow cams. Okay, yeah, more coverage, more potential ice opportunities here near 75 going south. I believe, what was that? Yeah, I can't really see the street. All right, closer to Abercrombie. Ooh. That is going to be something you should be watching out for if you're heading that direction near Abercrombie south there. This picture was snapped right at 210th Street, right north of Abercrombie. And this picture was also taken at 2:53 p.m. as well. So that's pretty much what you'd expect if you're heading south on 75. A little further north. Towards Grand Forks, right across the border there, not too bad. Looks like the plows did their job in that area. Yeah. Roads aren't looking too shabby, and I'll pull up and move my face over here. Pull up the key so you can kind of go through the road conditions. All right, pull this up. So as we see here, plenty, and I'll take rid of some of these cameras. Open her up a little bit. All right, so plenty of Minnesota's in that blue here, but you see near the borders where a lot of that snow coverage is going to be. So blue is going to be your partially covered areas, green about normal, and the pink completely covered here. So pink slash light purple maybe. See that there's still some areas, especially once you get south of Fargo, a little east of Fargo, north. Just basically anywhere off 94 there, you're going to see some sort of coverage in some way, shape, or form. But I believe that's all I got for you here today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed going through things. I will go through the weather one more time for you just before we head out here. Right now, dropping a couple degrees since we even started this stream. Now at 11. Wind going down about 1 mile an hour, but feels like -5 right now, -5. Nothing coming here for the next 12 hours until we see that system that we saw on radar kind of move its way towards us. What direction it's going, make sure you have the VNN weather app so we got the meteorologist telling you that, not the 4 p.m. news anchor. All right. Looking at the radar, this is the system our meteorologists are looking at that may be coming this way. Keep it moving along into about 9 p.m. tonight. It's about to hit Bismarck, and into that 10 o'clock hour, we'll be covering Bismarck. We're going to have Joseph Williams here in just a bit to give you the full lowdown on what to expect here with the weather coming up, and make sure you tune into Valley News Live at 4 to see myself, Duke Schindler, on there, as well as, I believe it's Joseph on the 4 today that's going to be taking over here. So, thank you very much for joining us here on the Valley News Now desk, talking road conditions. For Duke Schindler, we'll catch you later.